Hello, and welcome to Oracle Storytelling. I am Sarah of Sarah Wing Intuitive Arts. You can find more content from me on this channel, also on Instagram at #Sarah Wing Intuitive Arts, and on my website, sarahwingintuitivearts.com. So, it is 2023, and I'm filming this right before the new moon in Aquarius, and we have a new moon in Aquarius at 1 degree, so it's this amplified, very potent energy. And today I'm just going to talk a little bit about Aquarian energy, bring in the Lunar New Year, which is tomorrow, and then do pick a card pile draw is kind of the plan. So, yeah, this Aquarian energy. So, I drew a few cards from the Celestial Tarot deck that give a visual idea of this type of energy. So here we have this fixed air sign, Aquarius, and the Queen of Swords. So Aquarius is this kind of intelligence, right? It's not just intelligence in traditional ways. It's this forward-thinking type of futuristic, really out-of-the-box thinking type energy, okay? And then here we have Aquarius, and Aquarius we think of as the water bearer, and Aquarius is a fixed air sign, even though, as you'll see here we see Aquarius as the star, and in traditional tarot on the cards we'll see the star holding this jug of water, pouring it out, this endless pour. And what Aquarius is able to do is to immerse themselves in an experience, hold the whole contents, including all the emotions of that experience, integrate and learn what has happened to them in this experience, and then disseminate and pour out this knowledge, communicate it to others and back into the world. Tomorrow is going to be the Lunar New Year, and it's the year of the water rabbit, and I pulled a couple cards from Radley Valentine's Animal Tarot, and here we have this beautiful Belgian hare. Now my mom happens to be a rabbit. She is a metal rabbit, but she's also a Pisces, so I think she's, she's got that watery rabbit edge too. And so I just pulled this. I don't know much about the Chinese zodiac, but I just wanted to kind of bring this up for the imagery and the element of water. And personally, yeah, I see my mother there. I see me and my brother here. So just thinking about water. I recently moved back to Michigan from California, and right after I moved, they started getting, my friends, family, everyone, Californians, started getting this massive, massive, massive downpour of water. And California has been pretty much in a drought state for a long time. And so there's, I guess, maybe bringing that into the idea of this Aquarian energy as we're going also into the age of Aquarius. Bringing in this Aquarian energy, imagine times when, in this energy, in this state, you're able to contain the emotions, right? You're able to hold these emotions in. But what happens when you can't hold those emotions in, right? What happens when you can't detach and come back in an inventive new way of seeing the situation, in a new way of seeing yourself? You know, it can feel like it's just that downpour, it's that overload. So whenever you're seeing this, this is a timeless message, timeless video. Whenever you're seeing this, if you feel like you're in this emotional downpour and you have no way to carry, to manage to contain it, this, as always, whatever the situation is, whatever involves, it's always a great idea to give yourself and others, or whatever it may be, a gift of space, a gift of time apart, space apart, a gift of grounding, a gift of, and if grounding is something that it just seems too abstract and you're too overwhelmed, just think of grounding as checking into your body and checking in, just doing a little scan, just a little meditation of feeling just from head to toe, where do you have aches or pains or stuck energy? Not just going, oh, I know this part of my body hurts. Like, take a moment, close your eyes, and just sit with this body scan, scanning your body. And the grounding you could do could be based around, how do I support, oh, I feel actually this one shoulder is tight. Okay, how do I support that? What is a gentle grounding way I could support that? Is it massage? Is it taking intentional breaths, sending breath to this area? Is it heat? Is it movement, getting more movement? Is it getting help to discover new movements for different areas of your body, so they can relax, so you can feel this physical grounding? If you're somebody who works with crystals, what are these crystals? So when you touch them, they anchor you. There are kind of some generic ones, but if you do work with crystals, you probably have some go-tos that ground you, or maybe go to a shop and maybe find a new crystal to ground yourself. One part of kind of this story is when you are detaching, at a certain point, you're coming back, and you're coming back with these fresh ideas because you've taken the time to gain some perspective, to understand. Even, it's not saying you have to be void of emotion by any point, just by any matter, but stepping back to see even what emotions are yours. You know, are you taking on the emotions of a situation? Are you taking on the emotions of someone else? Are these your emotions, someone else's? Are you trying to manage the emotions of someone else? Sensitive souls, empathic souls, and maybe just being in a state where you feel very unconscious or ungrounded, it's easy to just let other people's and situational emotions come in, and then you claim them, and you kind of got your teeth in them, and you go, no, I think this is mine. But, you know, if it's not yours, it's okay. You can actually take these emotions off and gain some clarity about what emotions you brought to the situation, what intentions you brought to a situation, and then the choice of how do you want to respond going forward, whatever that looks like. So I drew another card, Two of Spring, the Pelican, and I love this imagery, a couple of reasons. So in terms of kind of being detached, when you're detached, it doesn't mean you're passive. It doesn't mean you're inactive. Think of times that you can learn from being detached more emotionally from people or situations. And in that space, in that breath of space and time, what you can do to, what you can create, what you can write, what you can invent artistically and otherwise, what can you work on that is very expressive? And I just love this idea of building something that can be communicated to others, but having the time for yourself to build it. And then right now we are in January, and I love this idea of working on something that in the spring, if you're this water bearer, the idea of pouring out all of this this lesson, this information, and then here you are just being gentle and calm on the waters, and the water is now supporting you. So these ideas, these emotions are now supportive to you. The pelican says, your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist you in your endeavors or expand the number of people helping you. So part of this is about collaboration, but collaboration in new ideas, collaboration with people who support your expanded ideas, out of the box thinking, people who you can support, they can support you, to bring something to fruition, to start this new cycle of focus on what you want to communicate, not just sporadically, but really taking time to focus on what you want to communicate, working with people who also want to communicate their inspired ideas, and then pouring it out into the world after some time of focus. And then I just see this is very celebratory because it's so peaceful. And here we have, I don't see this other pelican coming in as like an attack. It's, the waters are calm and friendly now. And there's mystery and depth to them still. So there's that. And today, when I think of Aquarius, I have to say, I do think of like this aqua, I think dreamy. I do think of these very watery things. I just do. Even though it's not a water sign, I think, I don't know, it still makes me think of these very sea foamy colors. So that's why I'm kind of lighting myself up with that. And I have bloodstone on here today. I also have a bloodstone little Aquarius stone here. And when I think of air and detachment, part of me lately has been pulled to more space, galactic energy, outer space. And I recently got these beautiful tektites, which means they came from outer space. Sounds weird saying outer space. Space. They came from space. These tektites, I just got these recently. I found a place in Michigan, and lovely place for stones. And these are sapphirdites from found in Arizona. And I can't really show you it right now, but if you put this up to a light, these little seemingly black stones turn, is opaque the word? Clear. Basically, they turn see through whatever the proper word for that is. So just kind of pulling in some of this energy too. Again, when I think of this really out of the box thinking, just this, you know, just as you think of this, the ocean as, you know, oh my God, the depths below, all these wonders, all these things we don't know about. Same for this, you know, same for our out majestic sky and just the worlds, all these worlds that seem endless and full of magic and wonder. So bringing in this kind of curious, magical, drawing in, you know, celestial energies, you know, not just the air we breathe, but very, very coldness of space. Aquarius is very cold sign. It's detached. It's cold. You know, these are some words for it. And Tektites, outer space is definitely a cold place. But there's so much exploration to be found there. So pulled in these lovely, and they're again Saphrodites. So I'm just going to, I'm going to pull a couple cards, because I think I'm not really sure how things are recording on this new phone still. So I'm going to do a few cards. You know, I'm going to do a card January, February, March. Open to whatever interpretation makes sense to you. And we're just infusing this with the idea of this new year, this Chinese New Year of the rabbit, the water rabbit, thinking about the element of water, thinking about everything from the depths of the ocean to the exploration of galaxies beyond. So let's do something for January. Got my throat chakra going nuts. Okay. So for January, we have, it looks like a little baby Napoleon. And this is the Nicoletta Tarot. I'm just going to read these. Okay. So this is the Emperor. Power is yours to command. Look out. Others look to you for leadership. Now is the time to build your empire. Okay. So I think power is yours to command. Others look to you for leadership. Now is the time to build your empire. What this makes me think of, is really that focused planning, that focused time of pulling aside that time between now and spring and getting focused on building your empire. You know, focus on the logistics and the logic of it, not with throwing everyone else aside, putting loving intentions aside, but focus on you, focus on your leadership and what you know, what you feel, what you're drawn to work on, to inspire others, that you feel focused, that you can lead. Focus on that. Okay. God, I hope this doesn't cut off. All right, we're going to do February. These same intentions as January. Oh, got my ears going now. My throat and my ear, which means my angel's in my ear. Whew. Okay, I see a little aspect of solitude here. We'll see. Okay, 4 of Cups. Ooh, 4 of Cups. All right. I'm just going to read these. Cups. You have shut out the pleasures of the world, and are in danger of becoming cynical. There is no excuse for being bored with life. Okay. So this, I would say, is just a caution that as you're pulling back and pulling away, okay, and taking time to focus on how you want to lead, make sure you don't become the girl in the glass bubble, so detached that you're not pouring any of that water back out. You're holding it all in your little underwater bubble. Make sure that you're not, and then that's another way. If you start out overwhelmed in emotions and then you detach and hold them, eventually something's going to crack and break, and you're still swimming in that same well of emotion, but you're detached. So just in February, make sure that you're focused, but you're not cutting out others or cutting out the rest of your life. Make sure you're pouring some of that water back out and stepping back out, and not just so focused you're inside the bubble all the time. All right, still recording. Let's see if we can do March. All right. Well, that came out quick. Whew. Okay. Gorgeous. Love this card. I never know what the message is going to be because I don't have these memorized for this, but this tarot. Come on. Deep. Okay. Oh, great. It's awesome. Okay, so we see this beautiful girl, and she's in a tower, but you see she's risen above, right? She's bloomed, and she stayed in the tower, which is interesting. She's bloomed, but she stayed in the tower. And then we have this rabbit. Oh, the rabbit! Yes, Lunar. Okay, awesome. Lunar New Year, rabbit with the key. And if you think about the water rabbit, to bloom, you do need that water to grow. So you can't be absent of the emotion. Judgment. The path you've chosen is led to your present place. The key to liberation is to accepting and understanding this. Spiritual alignment, awakening peace. So in March, something could happen where you really get a check, a wake-up call. And this is a spiritual alignment, awakening. It's a good wake-up call. And as you can see, she's already bloomed. She's grown. She could step out of the maze, and here's this little partnership, maybe getting someone to help blossom your ideas. There's a key here behind their back, but I bet if they ask nicely, they'll get that key. So I think this isn't really it's not a huge warning. It's just saying, wake up and see where you're at. And is this in alignment with where you want to be? Check in. You kind of got back out of, you focused, then you focused too much. You got to step back out in the world, and the world is going to tell you something very important that will help you best align with the next steps you need to take. This isn't like a horrible warning. It's just making you aware of exactly where you're at. So this could be a beautiful gift to maybe shift some beliefs or open the door to a new path that you never thought you could enter before, or you were closed off to entering before. So, woo! Happy 2023. Can't really throw my moldavites up, or that's another tactite that I like using. These are sapphirdites, but happy 2023. Happy Aquarian New Moon Day. Happy Lunar New Year of the Rabbit. And until next time, just know you are wonderful and blessed. Your path is always expanding. There are doors that are always open. You are never alone. And your source of divine inspiration and love. So until next time, hope the rest of your January or whatever month you're in, whatever year you're in, is going great. And be well.